Have you ever lain in bed completely exhausted, but your mind just won't shut off? You toss, turn, punch your pillow into shape, maybe even count sheep like a cartoon, but sleep never shows. It's 1 a.m., then 2:17, and suddenly it's morning. You're not alone. There's a 72-year-old man named Harold who lived this same story every night until one small, surprising change flipped everything. Not a pill, not a fancy gadget, just something sitting quietly in his fridge. And in the next few minutes, you're going to learn how it could change your nights too. Let's get real. Sleep after 60 isn't what it used to be. You're tired, but not sleepy. You finally doze off, only to wake up 2 hours later, staring at the dark. Linda, 69, used to joke that her sleep button was broken. But behind that laugh was frustration, because no one tells you how much harder rest gets as you age. Here's the truth, it's not just aging. As we grow older, our bodies produce less melatonin, less serotonin, and we often miss key nutrients that help us truly relax. But here's the good news. You don't need sleeping pills, complicated rituals, or pricey supplements. What you need might already be in your kitchen. In this video, I'll show you 6 natural, science-backed foods that help calm your body, quiet your mind, and lead you into the kind of sleep that leaves you feeling clear, strong, and alive again. Simple, gentle, and proven, because restful sleep is still possible. Before we dive in, take a second to hit that like button if you've ever struggled with falling or staying asleep. Drop a comment and let us know where you're watching from. We love seeing this community grow. And if you're new here, subscribe for honest, practical tips to help you sleep better, feel better, and live stronger every single day. Number 1. Tart cherry, the fruit that helped Frank sleep like a teenager again. Let's kick things off with a tiny red fruit that packs a surprising punch. Tart cherries. They're not trendy, they don't have a billion-dollar marketing campaign, but they just might be the best sleep aid sitting in your fridge. Meet Frank, 74, a retired firefighter from Oregon. Frank was tough. He spent his life charging into burning buildings, but when it came to sleep, he was helpless. For months, he'd fall asleep around 10 p.m., only to wake up like clockwork at 2:15 a.m., wide awake, pacing the hallway, unable to fall back asleep. He tried it all. White noise machines, weighted blankets, even that breathing trick his granddaughter learned on YouTube. Nothing worked, until tart cherry juice. One afternoon, he stumbled on an article that mentioned how tart cherries naturally contain melatonin, the same hormone our brains produce to regulate our internal sleep-wake cycle. As we age, our bodies make less melatonin, which explains why sleep often becomes harder after 60. So Frank gave it a shot. No pills, no rituals, just half a glass of tart cherry juice about 1-2 hours before bed. Within the first week, he started sleeping longer. By the end of week 2, no more 2 a.m. pacing. He was waking up feeling rested, not groggy, not foggy, but ready to start his day. Now, let's clear something up. People often hear fruit before bed and panic. Isn't that too much sugar? Here's the truth, it's not about sugar. It's about timing and type. Tart cherries have a lower glycemic impact than you think, especially when taken in small portions. It's not dessert, it's natural support for your nervous system. Want to chew instead of sip? Go for a small handful of dried tart cherries or fresh ones when in season. And no, this isn't magic. It's gentle, subtle, but it works with your body, not against it. This isn't about knocking you out cold. It's about giving your body the natural signal that says, hey, it's time to wind down. So if you've been chasing better sleep, try starting with this little red powerhouse. It worked for Frank, and it just might work for you too. Number 2, bananas. The sleep-saving snack you're probably overlooking. Next up is something so familiar, you probably have one sitting on your kitchen counter right now. The humble banana. Don't let its simplicity fool you. Bananas are more than just a breakfast staple or post-workout snack. They're one of the most effective, natural sleep aids, especially for folks over 60. Take Evelyn, for example. She's 76, a retired school librarian from Georgia. Sharp as a tack, She still runs the monthly book club at her local senior center. But every month, her friends heard her say the same thing. I fall asleep just fine, but around 2 or 3 in the morning, boom, I'm wide awake. She wasn't stressed. She wasn't in pain. But her sleep kept getting interrupted and she had no idea why. During a routine checkup, Evelyn's doctor suggested something simple. Her magnesium might be low. That's common among older adults, and it matters because magnesium is the mineral that helps your nervous system relax and stay calm through the night. Instead of grabbing a supplement bottle, Evelyn asked, "Is there something I can eat?" The doctor smiled and said, "Try a banana before bed." So she did. Just one ripe banana about an hour before sleep. No peanut butter, no toast, nothing fancy. Within a week, something changed. She still woke up occasionally, but those 2 a.m. jolts were softer. She felt calm, not on edge. Her body seemed to settle more easily. And after a few more days, she was sleeping through the night more often than not. So why do bananas work? Because they're rich in magnesium and potassium, 2 key minerals that work together to relax your muscles, calm your nerves, and help regulate blood pressure. They also contain tryptophan, which helps your brain produce serotonin and melatonin. Worried about sugar? Don't be. Bananas contain natural sugar balanced with fiber, which slows absorption and helps keep your blood sugar steady overnight. It's not like eating a cookie. It's more like sending your body a gentle "it's bedtime" signal. Want a bonus trick? Pair your banana with a spoonful of almond butter. The healthy fat helps stabilize energy through the night and can reduce those 3 a.m. hunger wake-ups. Simple, affordable, gentle. If you're looking for a natural, no-fuss way to support better sleep, grab a banana. Sometimes the best solutions really are the easiest. Number 3. Almonds, the crunchy nighttime remedy that helped George finally sleep. Let's talk about one of the most overlooked sleep allies sitting quietly in your pantry. Almonds. These small, crunchy nuts do more than keep your heart healthy. They can help your body wind down and stay asleep through the night, especially if you deal with muscle tension or restlessness after dark. Take George, for example. He's 80, a retired math professor from New Jersey. He spent decades solving equations and helping students love numbers, but lately, he faced a problem even he couldn't figure out: restless legs. Every time he started to doze off, his legs would twitch, buzz, or ache. It felt like his body couldn't sit still, even when his brain was exhausted. He tried hot baths, stretches, different pillows, nothing worked. Until his granddaughter, who happens to be a dietitian, suggested something simple. "Try eating a handful of almonds before bed, Grandpa." He chuckled at first. "A nut? That's your big idea?" But he trusted her, so he gave it a shot. Just 8 to 10 raw or dry roasted almonds, about an hour before bedtime. Nothing fancy, no salt, no sugar, just the real thing. Within a few nights, something shifted. His legs were calmer, the buzzing stopped, and for the first time in months, George slept from evening to morning, no tossing. So why almonds? They're rich in magnesium, which helps relax muscles and calm the nervous system. They also contain tryptophan, an amino acid your body uses to make serotonin, which then converts into melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. It's like a natural domino effect. Almonds, magnesium plus tryptophan, serotonin, melatonin, deeper, more restful sleep. Even better, almonds also contain healthy fats and a touch of protein, which helps stabilize blood sugar through the night, meaning fewer wake-ups from hunger spikes. Just one note: skip the salted or flavored varieties. Sodium can lead to dehydration or middle-of-the-night bathroom runs. Go for raw or lightly roasted, plain almonds. Let the nutrients do their job quietly. George never thought a handful of nuts could make a difference, but now he swears by them. If you're someone who feels wired at night or struggles with restless legs, almonds might be the simple fix you've been missing. Number 4, oatmeal, the cozy bedtime bowl that helped Doris quiet her racing mind. When you hear oatmeal, you probably picture breakfast, maybe a steaming bowl on a chilly morning, topped with bananas or cinnamon. But here's the twist. Oatmeal might be one of the most underrated bedtime snacks out there. Let me introduce you to Doris, 75, a retired choir director from Minnesota. She's calm, kind, and always the first to bring homemade cookies to the church potluck. But when it came to bedtime, Doris had a different story. Each night she'd crawl into bed, physically tired but mentally spinning, thoughts bouncing from one to the next like a pinball machine. She tried chamomile tea, earlier bedtimes, white noise, and even lavender oil. Nothing worked. One evening, while flipping through her old recipe binder, she got an idea. What if I made a small bowl of oatmeal, just like I used to do for my kids when they couldn't sleep? She gave it a shot. Not a big breakfast portion, just a cozy, small serving. Warm oats made with unsweetened almond milk, a dash of cinnamon, and a few banana slices. She ate it slowly, sitting by her window, no phone, no TV. That night, she fell asleep faster than she had in weeks. No tossing, no ping-pong thoughts, just rest. So why does oatmeal work? Oats are a complex carbohydrate that helps boost serotonin levels in your brain. Serotonin is that feel-good chemical that helps calm your mind and regulate your mood. And guess what? Serotonin also converts into melatonin, your sleep hormone. But it gets even better. When oatmeal is paired with a calcium-rich liquid like almond milk or dairy milk, that conversion process becomes even more efficient. It's a gentle chain reaction. Oats, miss serotonin, melatonin, restful sleep. Some folks worry oatmeal might be too heavy before bed, but it's all about portion and ingredients. Stick to about 3 to 1/2 cup cooked. Avoid loading it with sugar. Instead, use natural toppings like cinnamon, bananas, or even a few dried tart cherries for an extra sleep-boosting kick. And here's a tip. Cinnamon not only adds warmth and flavor, it can also help balance blood sugar, which means fewer overnight crashes that wake you up at 3 a.m. For Doris, it wasn't just about the oats. It was the ritual. Something warm, slow, and nourishing to say, the day is done. So, if your mind won't stop racing at night, maybe what you need isn't silence, it's a spoonful of calm. Number 5, turkey, the bedtime protein that helped Leonard sleep without waking up. Let's talk turkey. No, really. Turkey might be the last thing you'd expect to help with sleep, but it's one of the most powerful tools in your kitchen, and no, it's not just because it knocks everyone out after Thanksgiving dinner. Meet Leonard, 77, a retired mailman from Indiana. He's steady, punctual, and walks 2 miles every morning, rain or shine. But sleep? That's where he started falling off schedule. He'd fall asleep around 9:30 p.m. but wake up at 1 or 2 a.m. feeling strangely alert and hungry. No matter what he tried, more blankets, fewer blankets, warmer tea, he kept waking up too early. One day at the grocery store, chatting with the local butcher, he heard something odd. "Turkey before bed helps me sleep like a rock," the guy said. Leonard laughed, but the butcher added, "It's the tryptophan, look it up." So Leonard did. And turns out, it's real. Tryptophan is an amino acid found in turkey, especially in lean white meat like the breast. Once digested, it helps your body create serotonin, which then converts to melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain time to sleep. So Leonard gave it a shot. He didn't go big, just a few slices of roasted turkey breast, eaten about 2 hours before bed. Sometimes he wrapped them in a whole grain tortilla with a little spinach and mustard. Sometimes he ate them plain, like a light snack. After just a few days, the difference was obvious. He wasn't waking up as often. The hunger pangs disappeared, and best of all, he woke up feeling strong, not groggy or sick. Here's what's great about turkey. It's high in lean protein, which supports muscle maintenance as you age. It's also easy on the stomach, especially in small portions. And the combination of tryptophan plus protein helps stabilize blood sugar, reducing overnight wake-ups caused by energy dips. Just a heads up, don't overdo it. A big steak or a heavy meatloaf right before bed will keep you awake, not help you sleep. Keep it light, lean, and simple. So if your sleep keeps getting interrupted or you wake up feeling like you didn't rest at all, consider adding a little turkey to your evening routine. For Leonard, it wasn't just a snack, It became a quiet signal to his body. You've done enough today. It's time to rest. Number 6. Chamomile tea. The quiet cup that gave Ruth her evenings back. Let's end this list with something soft, simple, and deeply powerful: chamomile tea. This gentle herbal drink has been used for centuries to calm the mind, soothe the nerves, and ease the body into rest. But it's not just an old wives' tale. Science backs it up. Meet Ruth, 83, a retired piano teacher from Vermont. Every evening she'd sit by her fireplace and try to unwind, but no matter how tired she felt, bedtime brought tension. Her mind would replay the day in loops: what she forgot at the store, whether her grandson remembered his allergy meds, or that strange creak in the hallway. Sleep wouldn't come. Sometimes she'd lie there for hours, staring into the dark. Then one evening, she remembered her mother's ritual: a single cup of chamomile tea before bed. No distractions, no rush, just peace. So Ruth made a cup. She held it in both hands. She sat quietly. She didn't check her phone. She didn't fold laundry. She simply paused. And night after night, something started to shift. Her breath slowed, her body softened, and sleep finally arrived without a struggle. Here's why it works. Chamomile contains apigenin, a natural antioxidant that binds to specific receptors in the brain, helping reduce anxiety and promote a sense of calm. It's like flipping a mental switch from go to rest. The beauty of chamomile is that it's non-habit forming, caffeine-free, and gentle on digestion, making it especially ideal for older adults looking for a safe, natural sleep aid. Here's how to get the most out of it. Brew 1 cup of chamomile tea about 30–45 minutes before bed. Let it steep fully, don't rush. Drink it in a quiet, low-light space. Skip the TV or phone. Want a little sweetness? Add a teaspoon of raw honey. Prefer creamy? A splash of almond milk adds smoothness and a comforting texture. It's not just the tea, it's the ritual. That gentle moment of stillness where your body gets the message. The day is done, you're safe, you can let go now. For Ruth, chamomile became more than a beverage. It was a gateway to peace. So if you're tired of staring at the ceiling and your mind refuses to slow down, try reaching for a warm, floral cup of calm. Because sometimes, the secret to better sleep isn't in a bottle, it's in a mug. You deserve rest, and it starts with one small choice. Let's take a step back for a second. Do you remember how this started? Those nights when you lie in bed, exhausted, but wide awake. The tossing, the turning. The silent clock was ticking louder with every passing hour. That feeling of helplessness. Like sleep is something your body forgot how to do? But now, imagine this. You wake up with a sun, not an alarm. You feel refreshed, clear-headed, even light. Your legs don't ache. Your mind isn't foggy. You have the energy to make breakfast, take a walk, or chase your grandkids around the yard. Is that future? It's not a dream. It starts with something as small as a bowl of oats, a handful of almonds, a warm mug held between your hands before bed. Because here's the truth. You don't need sleeping pills to reclaim your nights. You need consistency, care, and the right signals to tell your body it's time to rest. The 6 foods we explored today, tart cherries, bananas, almonds, oatmeal, turkey, and chamomile tea, aren't magic. They're tools. Tools your body understands. Tools that help your nervous system calm down, your muscles let go, and your mind step off the hamster wheel. And the best part? You already have most of them in your kitchen. No expensive supplements, no confusing routines, just real food used with intention. So if you've felt frustrated, discouraged, or disconnected from yourself lately, start small. Tonight, swap that sugary dessert for a banana with almond butter. Brew a cup of chamomile tea and turn off your screens. Start giving your body the message it's been waiting for. You're safe. It's okay to rest now. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these will you try tonight? Drop it in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else who's struggling just like you were. And if this video helped you see sleep differently, do me a favor, hit that like button, share it with a friend or loved one, and subscribe if you haven't already. There's so much more to come, like the morning routine that helps restore your muscles and memory after 60. That one's next. Remember this, you're not too old. You're not too far gone. Your body still knows how to heal. It just needs the right invitation. So start tonight. One bite, one sip, one peaceful night at a time.